cat girl named Keaton Ross. And, we like held hands and swing on the swings together. And it was like where you'd like match up and be like, oh my gosh, you're married. It was one of those relationships. It's pretty serious. So I always had long, black, dark hair. Always an Italian represent. But I decided one day that I wanted it to be really short. Because my mom had really short hair, and I was like, Mom, like, your hair's so awesome. Can I get that same haircut? And she's like, sure, honey, like, we'll do that. So I went and got that same haircut. And I was like really excited and nervous the next day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope Keaton likes this, and I hope my friends like my hair, and it's gonna be awesome. And I get there, all my friends are like, what did you do? Like, that looks really great, Lesley. Awesome. And Keaton didn't talk to me for the whole day, and then dumped me because he didn't like my haircut. I mean, his loss, right? His loss. Yeah. Okay. But I was like, whatever. Keaton, I'll just grow my hair out again. So I never cut my hair again, really, because I was terrified of sacrificing my image. I was in 5th grade, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I care so much about others saying that I can't sacrifice my image ever again. Never cutting my hair again. Keaton has to love me for the rest of my life. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about like my childhood and growing up. I was definitely a step-by-step Catholic. My parents are both Catholic, and they raised us in a Catholic family, but we weren't very strict with it, and they encouraged my brother and I to constantly, go to religious ed. I went through reconciliation, First Communion, never got the Gaudium situation. I was just like, yeah, I get to dress up and look pretty and take pictures and stuff with my family. But I didn't get the importance of it whatsoever. Like, I didn't understand what my faith was about, and I had no meaningful relationship with Jesus Christ. I wasn't deep enough to even desire one. Like, I didn't even know what that would have looked like necessarily. I had good role models, but really didn't get it at that age. I also, because I didn't have Jesus Christ to put my identification in, I did it through perfectionism. And I still suffer from being a perfectionist, I guess, but I definitely was then. And all I wanted to do, and all I was worried about, was being perfect and looking perfect at all times. Okay, and I know like 5th grade, I was kind of young, but I mean, I could say it started then. And I constantly wanted to do things to the best of my ability and be like, I gotta be perfect at this and perfect at that and look perfect when I do this, and then people will like me, right? That's what I thought. And I wanted to be the most popular, and it's, why? But it's because we feared everyone else's opinion, and I just feared that everybody else wouldn't like me if I wasn't perfect at those things. And I wanted them to like me the most, not just a little bit, but the most. And I mean, I was pretty successful at doing this perfectionism, and I gained a ton of confidence in myself because I showed what I was capable of, and I was like, all right, I'm doing okay. I've got this stuff. I'm doing pretty good at it, so I'm going to be really confident. So I was, next image, sorry. Here's me on my 13th birthday, looking hot as ever. I look super happy, right? We're going to get into that because I wasn't at all. So in 7th grade, I was diagnosed with a disease called alopecia. And you're like, what's that? That's foreign language. Basically, in 7th grade, after a shower one time, I get out and I notice this bald spot on the back of my head. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm an alien, what is that? What's going on? And my good friend Catherine was sleeping over, I run to her and I'm like, Catherine, what is that? The bald spot? And she's like, oh, you have a weird hairline. And I'm like, you're such a sweet friend, but that's not true. And then I go to my mom and I'm freaked because my mom's a nurse, so she knows everything about life. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? Like, I'm losing my hair, like I'm balding and I'm 13. And she's like, no, like, it's just something else. We're going to get it checked out. So we ended up going to the doctors, and they diagnosed me with alopecia. And what it is, at that time, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But what it is it's an autoimmune disease that what happens is my white blood cells attack my hair follicles, just mistaking them as something else. Like something foreign. White blood cells, they're the awesome cells in your body that attack everything bad. Well, they for some reason think my hair follicles are bad, so they're like, yeah, we'll attack that. So, basically my immune system doesn't know which way is up. It's just like, okay, up and have you lose your hair. So when it attacks, my hair just falls out. And it's completely out of my control. It's really poorly researched, this disease, mostly because physically, it's not harmful. You lose your hair, but you're fine. You're healthy. But mentally, probably one of the most harmful diseases. Or at least in my case, I guess, just because at that age, image was everything. And if this was going to sacrifice my image, oh my gosh, my world's going to come tumbling down, right? So I'm like, this is middle school. This middle school just started. We're all trying to fit in. We all look like super awkward. We have like headgear and we smell bad because we don't know what deodorant is. So like, everybody has their own problems already. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my hair on top of this? Like, this is going to be awful. Like, how are people going to accept me? And basically, I just kind of freaked out. And so what they did was they kind of used me as a guinea pig. Because like I said, it's a poorly researched disease. So they're like, let's try things with you and see if they work. And if they don't, I'm sorry. But, they put me on various medications. So for example, there was one, they're like, we're going to try and give your scalp an allergic reaction and then see if your hair goes back. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so they had to like test it, and it was like this cream, and they put it on my arm first to like just make sure I would react. Oh, that was exciting. And it literally like blistered and like my skin fell off of my arm. I was like, so you're doing that to my scalp? And they're like, we'll probably lower down the dose on that. But it was just like a guinea pig. They just wanted to try everything, and I was so desperate to get that hair back and have things work and like get my life back on track, and I was like, yeah, try it all. And we did shots in my head. That was exciting, yeah. And we did all these like medications, like pills, and some of them had these side effects. Prednisone, for example, I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. That's a great drug. I know it does great things, but it also does awful things. And so one of the, especially when you're on high dose, and they put me on a really high dose. And one of them was weight gain. Okay, cool, middle school, again, I just went through all of our problems. I gained weight, awesome, can't fit in my clothes, let's go shopping. It makes you really moody. So all my friends are like, Lesley, why are you so uptight? Like, can you just relax? And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I'm on medicine, right? But they're just like, you're ridiculous. Like, we don't want to be friends anymore. And then we had to write letters to my teachers because a lot of medication I was on like disturbed your focus. And I was, like I said, perfectionist, right? So I was there trying to like get straight A's, and all of a sudden here I am like not being able to focus in class. Hey teacher, sorry, on medication, can't focus on you. I wish you could say that now. Sorry. So I was really like, okay, like I went into panic mode, right? What did this mean for me? I was this confident child. I had everything. I was blessed with an amazing family, amazing friends, and then side effects come on and this disease comes on. And I go into panic mode. And that confidence that I created for myself was completely broken. And my optimism, the perfectionism, the confidence was just shattered into pieces. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And so, like, for example, just to show you how ridiculous I was in middle school, going through this, I didn't want to tell many people. I told like a few close friends, but I didn't want many people to know. I still wanted to be like cool and normal and have hair, whatever. Because at this time I just had like patches, so I would cover it up with like the remaining hair I had. Like wouldn't move my hair, like don't touch my hair ever. And so, for example, one day I'm like walking down to the cafeteria, and there's this guy behind me. That he was really rude in our classes. Nobody was crazy about him, but I mean, he probably had a lot of personal issues going on, which should take that into consideration. But he's behind me, and he's like, hey. And I'm like, eh? And he's like, you know you have a bald spot on the back of your head. And I was like, excuse me? No, I was like, literally, I froze. And I looked at him, like, and I turned around, and I was like, what? Because I knew exactly what he said, but I just could not believe that those words came out of his mouth. So what did he think? He thought I didn't hear him. He's like, I said, you have bald spot on the back of your head. And I'm like, I know. And I just freaked out. And I started crying, and I turned red, and I run to my friends like a little baby, and I'm just like bawling. And they're like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, this kid, that. And they're like, okay, you need to relax. But literally, they actually got really upset. And it was crazy, because I'm at this cafeteria table bawling my eyes out like a little baby. And my friends are attacking this kid, just with remarks. And just like, how dare you say that? And like, you would never point that out. Like, I can't believe you say that. And I'm watching this, and I suddenly feel bad for this kid. I didn't even know. I knew that nobody really was crazy about it, but it was like, holy smokes. We all are so fragile. And look at, like, once someone pointed out one of our, like, fragileness, people freak out. Right? I don't know if you remember in, like, middle school, but, like, you would be like, oh, you have, like, food right there. What did you say? Like, people would be, oh my God, like, you're kidding. Like, I need to go to the bathroom right now. You freak out about everything, especially with image. And guys, I'm sorry if I'm not talking to you as much, but I think you can somewhat relate. Like, it meant something. You wanted the girls to notice you, right? You wanted to, I don't know, you wanted your appearance to be noticed by those girls, and so you would do certain things as well. But it was just like, you're so fragile. And this kid completely broke my confidence. And I was just ridiculous about it, but I ended up getting my friends off of him. I was like, let him breathe, okay, we're all right. And never heard from the kid after, but I was just like, that really opened up my eyes to see how fragile we were and how broken we were. So, it was the end of the world for me. I hit rock bottom, and I hit it hard. And I know that sounds dramatic, but at that age and in that setting, that was the end of the world for me. I was losing my hair, I was losing that confidence, I was losing that perfectionism because I couldn't have perfect hair, I couldn't have the perfect body, I couldn't have the perfect friends because they were like, you're so moody, I couldn't have the perfect grades, that everything was just falling from underneath me. And I really hit rock bottom, and I was just really close to giving up because I'm like, now that I have alopecia in my way, who's gonna love me, who's gonna accept me, who's gonna desire me? And I didn't have God truly in my life at this point, and again, he was there, but I didn't notice him. I just felt ugly, unworthy, and the verge of giving up completely. I didn't want to do anything, and I was so mad at the world, and especially God. Because yeah, I believed in them at this point, but I'm like, why on earth would you do this to me? Like, what did I do? Literally, my thought process is, what did I do in my past that made you want to give me this? Like, did I do something bad? Because I was like, I can't remember. Why did you do this? I could not figure it out. I thought he was punishing me for, the worst situation in the world. And I just, it was eating at me every single day. And so I stayed away from him because I was so mad at him. I was like, you did this to me, so, yeah, and I can talk to you, whatever. So then I get to a freshman in high school. And middle school was just awesome, as you can see. And I began, so at the end of first semester, my patches were kind of growing back, because this disease kind of comes in cycles. So my patches were growing back, and I'm like, okay, I might be normal in high school, yay. And I start losing it again. And I just had this feeling that this time losing it was all of it. And I was like, Mom, it's going to be all of it. Say, no, it's just the patches again. You're going to be okay. Don't worry, cover it up, whatever. And I'm like, no, Mom, it's everything. I'm losing all of it. I promise you, I'm losing all of my hair. And I can't control it, and I don't know what I'm going to do. She's like, let's look into wigs. And I was like, no. Wigs are gross, no. They look fake, they're going to be stupid, everyone's going to know. What if they fall off? I play soccer, that's not going to work. I was like, no, I can't. She's like, well, what else do you want to do? And I was like, okay, I'm going to go wig shopping. So, literally, after first semester, I did lose all my hair. And I did start wearing wigs. And after the first one, I was like, all right, I'll just use it. But I was the most paranoid girl in the world. Someone would be like, hi. And I was like, oh, don't touch my hair. Pull my wig out. That was crazy. No, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but I thought it was. I thought a gust of wind. Probably a lot of money too. I was like, that's a little expensive. So at first, that wig for me was a security blanket. It was like, I could put this on, as broken as I am, and be secure for just a short amount of time. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be really pissed because I'm in the shower and I'm losing hair, but I'll put the wig on and then my day's okay. Now I just better not fall out or else I'm going to freak out. And now I wear it, honestly, to limit how many times I have to explain my story to people. So if I'm just walking around bald out there, everyone's like, hey, do you have cancer or do you want to talk to us about something? I'm like, all right. I'm not Miley Cyrus. favorite painting of Jesus? I don't know exactly why. Mostly because it speaks to me, and mostly because an 8-year-old girl painted it, and it's a huge mural, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm at this rock bottom, I lose my hair, I'm wearing the wigs, and I finally realize, like, I cannot be mad at the world anymore, and I can't be mad at God anymore, because where have I gotten? Absolutely nowhere. I'm doing nothing. I'm not, like, succeeding anymore. I'm not my confident self anymore, and I was getting just so worked up by that I was like, I need to change the way I live. Like, I can't be this negative anymore. I need to change. I want to be back to my normal self where I was confident and happy and excited about things. And so I wanted to start turning to Christ. And so 4 things really brought me to know him. One thing was the solid friendships I had. Solid, faithful friendships.